Ryomen Sukuna, a cursed spirit whose powers are magnificent against other spirits or Jujutsu sorcerers. Ryomen Sukuna was an imaginary demon during the Heian era, but in truth, he was also a sorcerer known as the Disgraced One. He was perfect at executing spirits, but he never hesitated to kill innocent humans, which makes his aura more bloody and demonish. At that time, Sukuna was aware of his immense powers and was quite arrogant about them. After his physical death, Sukuna transformed into the King of Curses and a special-grade, vengeful cursed spirit. The immense negative energy and hatred stored in Sukuna regarding humanity turned him into the deadliest monster who started to rule the sorcerer world. One particularly famous story involves Sukuna's attempt to conquer the realm of the gods. In his quest for dominance, he clashed with divine beings, leading to epic battles that shook the heavens. Despite his formidable powers, Sukuna's arrogance and overreach eventually led to his downfall. One particularly famous story involves Sukuna's attempt to conquer the realm of the gods. In his quest for dominance, he clashed with divine beings, leading to epic battles that shook the heavens. Despite his formidable powers, Sukuna's arrogance and overreach eventually led to his downfall. To ensure Itadori wouldn't swap places with him, Sukuna ripped out his heart, assuming the sorcerer wouldn't take control of his body for fear of dying. In episode 6, he just showed a glimpse of his brutality by ripping out Itadori's heart and throwing it away. As we know from Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 Episode 15, Sukuna killed Nanako and Momoko after hearing what they wanted. Both of them took part in feeding 15 fingers to Itadori in his unconscious condition to awaken Sukuna. But after getting awakened, Sukuna just sliced their heads and proved that his brutality is no longer in control. Sukuna is a monster who's not just aware of his own power of destruction. If he'd get a chance of destroying, no one knows when he'd get stopped, not even Sukuna knows himself. In Season 2, Episode 17, Sukuna opened his barrier-less domain expansion, Malevolent Shrine, to defeat Mahoraga. In doing so, they completely obliterated a massive section of Shibuya, killing thousands of people. After the eradication of thousands, Sukuna realized that Yuji was going to take over his body, and for that reason, Sukuna presented Yuji in front of the destroyed town. Yuji witnesses the pain and loss of his close allies, which takes a toll on him mentally. He even expresses a desire to die. There's not even the slightest sign of positivity in Sukuna. Sukuna is selfish, cold-hearted, immoral, and exceptionally sadistic. That's the reason he holds the title of King of Curses. Ryomen Sukuna was a shaman who wandered around in the Heian era, pillaging villages and leaving a trail of blood behind. When he finally met his end against an alliance of all the Jujutsu sorcerers of the era, Sukuna turned into a cursed spirit. However, before turning into a full-fledged cursed spirit, these fingers, preserved in his own grave wax, traversed time and continued to terrorize sorcerers even after Sukuna's death. Each of these fingers has immense cursed energy and attracts cursed spirits towards them. Sukuna's release is tied to the removal of his fingers, known as cursed objects, from their seals. Each finger contains a portion of Sukuna's cursed power, and when one is consumed or released, it revives a fragment of Sukuna. The protagonist, Yuji Itadori, unwittingly becomes involved in this process when he and his friends inadvertently unseal one of Sukuna's fingers while investigating a cursed object. In an attempt to save his friends from a cursed spirit attack, Yuji consumes the cursed finger, unknowingly unleashing Sukuna's presence within him. This act triggers a chain of events that lead to the resurgence of Sukuna's full power, setting the stage for intense battles and challenges for the Jujutsu sorcerers. Sukuna's release becomes a central plot point, driving the narrative and adding complexity to the struggle between humans and cursed spirits. After unleashing his existence, he fought against Gojo Satoru, but she couldn't manage to defeat Gojo and went back to Yuji's body. Up until the recent episode in the anime, Season 2 Episode 15, Itadori has consumed a whole 15 fingers belonging to the King of Curses. Ryomen Sukuna's domain expansion, Malevolent Shrine. The domain expansion's curse technique allows Sukuna to claw and dismantle any living or non-living object within its area of effect, which the King of Curses can increase by using a binding vote. Rather than creating a spherical barrier like every other domain expansion, Ryomen Sukuna's Malevolent Shrine manifests into reality with no separation between it and the outside world. Malevolent Shrine is first shown during the fearsome Wu Mark, when Ryomen Sukuna takes control of Yuji Itadori's body in order to combat the cursed womb. The newly born special grade curse is sliced into several pieces and burned to ashes in a matter of seconds. Sukuna aims to evolve himself, becoming even stronger and once again ruling with immense power. In recent episodes, we saw why Sukuna is interested in Megumi Fushiguro. It's just because of his strong cursed energy and potential as a powerful Jujutsu sorcerer. Sukuna sees Megumi as a valuable asset due to his abilities and potential to become a formidable force in the Jujutsu world. Because of his strong cursed energy and potential as a powerful Jujutsu sorcerer, Sukuna sees Megumi as a valuable asset due to his abilities and potential to become a formidable force in the Jujutsu world. When Sukuna inherited Itadori's body, he'd already started planning for his resurrection. Megumi's 10 Shadow technique allows him to create a Shikigami. Sukuna is highly interested in this technique. Given that Sukuna is very selfish and is really interested in Megumi, the only conclusion we can draw is that Sukuna wants to somehow use Megumi for his resurrection. Sukuna has been very particular about keeping Megumi alive. He saved him when he brought out Mahoraga against Haruta and single-handedly defeated the strongest Shikigami. Sukuna intends to keep him alive until the moment is ripe to take over his body. As we figured out, Sukuna would never let others live in peace. We'll see the wrath of Sukuna in upcoming seasons of Jujutsu Kaisen. Sukuna vs Gojo and Sukuna vs Itadori Yuji will break the internet for sure. Hope you enjoyed the video and must be scared about how strong Sukuna is.